couple years down the road, you take a sip of piping hot, hot chocolate,
Shit.
get a little whipped cream on your upper lip. You stick that pink little tongue out,
Oh,
clean away the cream in your mustache.
shit. Yeah.
Your hot chocolate is a little too hot, even. It kind of burns your throat as it goes down. You kind of have to, you kind of have to work a
Yeah.
little air in there to cool it off, but it's worth it, man.
Yeah. I don't deal well with like hot beverages normally. So it's kind of
You make an
interesting that
exception. This
yeah.
is like your first hot chocolate of the holiday season.
Oh, okay.
It's a Christmas time is it's fast approaching. And I don't, I don't know if you're somebody who's big, your family was big on Christmas or not, whatever,
Oh
mine
yeah.
wasn't,
Yeah.
but you always kind of like that time of year, you know. You like the feeling of festivity, you know. You love the pomp and circumstance that comes along with the holidays. Outside of the holiday season, you're like, I don't want to hear Christmas music in October. Like that's too early. I don't want that yet. But once you pass Thanksgiving, you're like, all bets are off. Now we can really get down to the nitty-gritty of
All bets
Christmas.
are off.
So frankly, you expect that when you're out at like a public location sometime after Thanksgiving, that they're playing Christmas music. And generally speaking, you're right.
Okay. What happens if
You
they're
know,
not?
you don't go to those places.
Okay.
You just fucking don't. You know, there's a coffee shop that you've been going to pretty regularly for the past few years. Um, the Monday after Thanksgiving, you walked in and they just had like a Spotify playlist on, and you kind of like
Oh
took your
no.
hat off and you looked around and you go, man, it's Christmas season, right? And somebody's like, yeah, I guess. And they go, how come you're not playing Christmas music? And they go, we don't want to play that in here.
Yeah.
You just kind of
Oh.
look at them and you go, I hope you guys have a happy holidays, but I'm gonna have to sit this one out. And then you turn and walked out the fucking door, and you didn't go back there until after the new year.
Why would I say that? Oh man. What's the reaction when I come back after New Year? I mean, they'd be so weirded out by that.
You come back and you're like, hey guys, it's good to see you again. I hope you know that I still respect you and care about you. I
What
just
the
had to get away during the holiday season because I'm sensitive to how things go that time of year. I love Christmas.
All right, I
And then
guess.
they're just like, okay, whatever. What do you want? And you're like, how about a hot chocolate, extra hot? So, like you're like, you've been a little weird.
Yeah.
You do love the holiday season. You you're like standing outside the valve. You're like opening up the key in the lock. You see a guy who he's got like an elf stocking cap on, walking down the sidewalk, and you go, "You love Christmas too?" And he goes, "Hell yeah, I do." He says, "I love Christmas more than anybody," and you freeze. Your key doesn't disengage the lock.
Oh
You
man.
let it go. Your keychain is just it's an actual ornament. It's like a red like Christmas tree ornament hangs there swinging back and forth. You turn, you look at the guy, and you go, second best, maybe. And you kind of like take a step towards him.
Towards
He
the
takes a step
stranger.
towards you. He goes, I bet you I can say the names of all of the reindeer faster than you can. He goes, I'll bet you $1,000. You reach into your pocket. You reach in for like the cash deposit that you have to make. It's $1,000 exactly. A sly grin comes across your face,
God.
and you go, "Lucky for you, I'm in a mood to double my money." You guys have a battle of speed talk right there on the corner.
Speed talk?
Yeah, yeah. It's a new thing people are doing.
Really?
People are like going up to strangers with a phrase in mind that they have practiced like really well to say as fast as possible, and then the stranger has to like wager whether or not they think they can say it fast based on what it is. And some people play for a lot of money. Speed talk is sweeping the fucking nation. CNN did like a whole expose on it, and they're like, "This is reconnecting the American public."
Really?
Yeah, it bridges socioeconomic lines, racial, political.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It
political
does not
division
give a
right
fuck.
now.
It really does, And there's it all starts because Ted Nugent he he bets Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray that he can say put your arms around me, baby, put your arms around me, baby, faster than he can. And he bets him $1 million. And Mark McGrath is like, there's no way you can say it faster than me. I've been saying that my whole fucking career. And Nugent like pulls out a duffel bag, right? And he's got all the cash in there
Jeez, just on them?
on him. Yeah. That's how people do it during speed talk. You just blitz somebody with it and they're game or they're not.
Oh, okay.
So Ted Nugent, he like talks to Mark McGrath when he's outside of like a Trader Joe's. He's in a parking lot. And Mark McGrath like agrees to it right there. And he beats Ted Nugent like pretty handily. The Nuge falls to his knees. He just screams at the sky. His people, who are the ones who are filming it, they they turn the camera back on Mark McGrath and he just takes his shirt off and he just goes, "I just want to fly." And that's how they end it. It's like the corniest fucking ending, right?
Oh man. So speed talk is like you don't necessarily know you're gonna play it. Someone that challenges
Sure.
you.
Yeah,
Someone who's
yeah,
like looking to do it. Okay.
yeah. Somebody
Wow.
has like a phrase in their head that they've practiced to speak at like as fast as they can. And then they present that phrase to the other person, and that person has to decide whether or not they think they could say it faster. And then they gamble, they wager money or, things, There's a whole speed talk league in South Carolina where they all make their own sweet tea and there are varying varieties. And if you beat somebody, you get their jug. So
Hey,
the last one who like wins gets all the jugs of the finest sweet tea on the East Coast.
wow.
But most of the time it's played for money or blood, you know.
What?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What do
Most
you
things
mean?
that are played for money ultimately will turn to being played for blood. It's
Oh
just kind of the
man.
natural evolution of how competition goes, I guess. But yeah, speed talk is sweeping the nation, right? So you're again, it's the holiday season. You're in the mood. This guy steps up to you outside of the Velveeta room and he says, $1,000. Can you name all of the reindeer? Can you say it faster than I can say it? And you think about it, about how you have been like you do love like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song, and your favorite
Yeah.
part is when all the names get listed, and you kind of like think it in your head and you think and you have your own like timer, your own self timer. If you think how fast you can say it, you kind of look this guy up and down, and you feel that bank bag in your hand with $1,000 even inside. You look down at it as it hangs loose like against your hip. You look back at him and you go, $1,000, huh? He kind of like takes a step towards you. He goes, $1,000. You got it?
Holy shit.
You hold the bag up. You go, I got it right here. He goes, you got it? He pulls out $1,000. He's got 10 hundreds, shows them to you. You guys agree, and then he just starts yelling speed talk, and somebody comes by, and they start like live streaming. It's that big, right? So they're both on camera. You're both there out in front of the Velveeta room. It's honestly great
Wow.
press for the club, right?
Yeah,
Staring,
okay.
kind of like a stare down between a couple of boxers,
Is Michael Park
looking at
there?
each other in your eyes. He's not there yet. The guy who's holding the camera, you guys like tell your names, you say what the speed talk is, who approached who, you give all the details, and then they flip a coin. You call it heads or tails. What would you call?
Heads.
You call heads. It lands on tails. You
Uh,
don't win. So you don't get to you don't get to pick. The guy wearing like the elf hat, he goes, I'm gonna go first. So I break you before you even say a word.
Jeez.
He takes a big deep breath in, kind of coughs a few times, and then he says, he just rattles him off. He does it in like 3 seconds. You feel the excitement, the shock run up and down your spine. Feel your cheeks flush. Beads of sweat drip down your brow. The guy holding the camera gets right in your face and he goes, what do you think about that? You look in the camera and you go, get out of my fucking way.
Holy shit. Way to stay cool.
You look directly into the lens of the camera. You take a step forward without even looking.
Wow.
You turn, you look this guy right in the face, and then you say it in just under 3 seconds.
Oh, fuck you,
There's a
dude.
small crowd that gathers. People start cheering. They're pat, pat,
Yep.
pat, pat. You immediately move up the speed talk rankings. You're into the top 10 in the downtown Austin area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that like the hub of speed talking in Austin or
For
something?
for Austin for sure. Because it's just where the foot traffic is.
Wow.
That's like every big like metro area, wherever there's the most foot traffic, that's where you're going to find the most speed talkers. They're kind of like that's kind of the thing where like, look, if you want to go speed talk, like you need to find a place with the most people. And that's where speed talk heads, that's where they're going to be at.
Why has this become such a phenomenon?
Because the thrill of it, the thrill of being approached by a stranger on the street to gamble for money or lust or who knows what.
Jeez. God,
And
speed talk got
some
really, really seedy really quick.
sometimes like it was like Pokemon when Pokemon Go blew up. Everybody was on it for a while, so there were people who were like, I'm gonna bet you this bag of McDonald's, or this, like $5 bill, right? Or
But
I'll let
you
you.
said blood earlier.
But look,
No
I want to be
one
very
was
look.
giving
I want to
blood
be
for this.
very clear.
Yeah.
There is a lot of blood spilled in the name of speed talk. Okay, there's a lot of blood spilled in the name of speed talk,
That
but
is
that's not
so.
all that's spilled.
Oh,
People bring a lot of different things to speed talk. Majority of them are going to be, wholesome in nature and people are having fun. And if you're a part of speed talk, you get it. So most of them are okay. Just
okay.
like yours today was. Sure, it was for $1,000. That's a good amount of money on speed talk. Most people don't have the courage to go that high. Or
Okay.
if they do, a lot of times people think it's fake, but this was legit.
It just seemed like in the way you were describing it, at times you were implying that it was kind of like a weird underground seedy thing. But I guess you're saying that
That's
that's
how it
a
started,
small minor.
you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
That's how it
But
starts. It starts small, it starts in a place without much light, then it gets out, it expands beyond whatever initial social circle from which it was birthed. It finds the light of day. It grows like wildfire. Next thing you know, it's on all the social media, all the reels, all the TikToks. People are talking about speed talk. People cannot get enough of it.
so weird.
So yeah, some people are playing for blood.
Okay.
Other people are just playing for like a sausage roll or like a cup of coffee, you know. but you just won $1,000 cash. You smile to yourself as that guy, he gets ready to leave and he kind of like looks you in the eye. He goes, I thought I was Mr. Christmas. He takes his hat off, hangs his head, walks down 6th Street. Nobody ever sees him again.
Really? I thought maybe I might invite him to come check out a show.
You do. You go, hey, come check out a show. He goes, what makes you think I'd want to be near you?
Jeez. All right. Well, fuck
He
off
goes,
then.
this is all I ever was.
What?
He just walks down 6th Street.
Huh.
You kind of like laugh to yourself. You give a thumbs up to the camera. You go back to the key that's halfway disengaged the lock. You finish turning it, the lock clicks, and you go inside. You think, holy shit, I have $1,000 now.
Yeah, this is a great start to the night.
You put it right in your fucking wallet, right?
Yeah.
You put it right in there. You're the Saturday night.
Who's
You
playing?
have there's a comedian called he's called Bill Gillum, a little whippersnapper. And
What's this deal?
he
What?
he wears like Bill Gillum, the Lil
Bill
Whippersnapper.
Gillum. All right.
He's like a big social media guy, right? He wears like a fucking coveralls and no shirt on. He's got like a
Ah,
straw sticking out of his mouth. He makes like a hillbilly comedian.
whatever. Are we selling tickets?
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, they're selling tickets.
Okay, then
You know,
whatever.
people are
I,
showing up in their own sets of like overalls, coveralls. You put 4 spittoons at the corners of the showroom.
what?
You buy an extra pack of ditch gloves, an extra mop head. And you tell Michael, hey, it might get messy tonight. And he puts his gloves on. And he goes, only one way through, and that's putting in the work. Michael is down.
What the
Clean up.
fuck? That does
So
not
you
sound like the Michael Park that I know.
that's why it was so weird to see him strap
Yeah,
on those fucking gloves, to see him put
that
the goggles over his eyes, to tuck his ponytail up into his beret.
to take joy in the work. That's so wow, that is so strange. That is so unbelievably weird, Aaron.
So, you guys clean up afterwards. Um,
How were the shows?
they were fine. Interrupted by a lot of like bang, bang, just people like, using those spittoons. They were like a constant. It's like a Greek chorus, just
Of spit?
oh yeah, a Greek
Ugh.
chorus of spit just ringing out into the night. Shows go well. People are drinking. People are having a good time. You uh, you walk out of there with another $50 in tips. It was so busy you were helping out. So you're like, yeah, that was more than what you were expecting.
Yeah, I
You
don't usually get I usually don't get really tipped out. That's the bartender.
Yeah, but you were helping. They were so busy. Again, it was
Oh,
like two
okay, I
sold out
see.
shows.
Okay, yeah, I see.
And those spittoons were full.
Ugh.
You felt the warmth of the liquid inside as it sloshed
Oh,
over the side and ran down on your gloves.
I'm never
So you
doing the
and
spittoon
Michael,
thing again. That's never happening again. That is so fucking gross. I would the next time
yeah,
if that I'll book that guy again for sure, but I'm not gonna I'm
I
telling up front I'm not doing the spittoon thing.
I don't know why you did it the first time. I don't know.
I don't know why either. That is
I couldn't tell you.
so
That was your
insane.
decision.
Yeah, it was. I guess.
So,
Jeez.
you walk out of there at the end of the night, a little bit extra cash in your wallet. You're getting ready to drive home. You stop off at a Target for some lotion. And you go inside, right? There's like one of the bell ringer people there, right? And you're just like in a hurry to get home, you know? You're like, I just got to pick up this bottle of lotion and then I'm just going to go straight home.
Okay. A
And
bell
you normally
ringer
are
like one of those
like a Salvation Army,
okay, yeah, like a
right? Where
Santa
they got the
Claus kind
kettle,
of.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. you don't normally like give to those people. You give in other ways, but something possessed you. The smile on the man's face. He kind of looks at you and you smile and you hold a gaze for just a moment. And you go, gotta get some lotion. And he goes, what? And then you just open your wallet and you pull a bill out and stick it inside.
I told him I was getting lotion.
Yeah.
All right. It's
You
odd.
go inside, you are paralyzed in the lotion aisle.
What do
You're
you
just
mean? What do you mean?
when you get in there, you realize that there are just so many choices and so many options, and you're just paralyzed. So a quick trip inside really takes you about 40 minutes, right? You get up to the checkout, you open your
What?
wallet, and you start counting the bills, and you put $100 bill inside that kettle. And you're like, ah, fuck. Like I really, you know, didn't want to put $100 in there.
Well, I still have the. I mean, that's $100 I didn't even know I was gonna have earlier. Like whatever.
Sure, but
I
you
still have
racked up a
900 bucks.
significant fine at the local library.
What?
Yeah, you racked up a significant fine at the local library. You were renting books and just like not returning them. You were keeping them for a long time, right? You would
Yeah.
rent DVDs and then you'd return them with like the wrong DVDs in them. But the
Yeah.
DVDs that you return them in are like it's just like a series. It's like a there's a one folder on it and it's a file. It's a folder full of photos of you and you're like shirtless and you're like posing,
Oh,
you
what
know?
the fuck? What? Why?
Yeah.
Why do I have those to begin with?
It's the folder is titled New Year, New Me.
Oh man.
And you're just
Oh
like
man.
shirtless, right? And so the librarian's like, "What the fuck is this?" They think it's like personal because they you
Oh
just so
no.
you would you would like have a DVD for a significantly longer amount of time than you should have, and then you were like, "Oh fuck!" And it just happened. The first one you made a mistake, right? You made a mistake.
But why do I
You
even
took
have it
you
on a? I have it on a physical CD. Is
Yeah,
what you're
it's
saying?
physical because you physical media is going away, and you just want to make sure that this is preserved. And it's an easy way for you to like there's like a ritual of you taking the disc out of the case, you feeling that disc slide into that aching slot.
Oh man.
You push until it yields and then it sucks you in.
Uh, all right. What do you? What?
You hear the spin of the disc inside having the time of its fucking life. You like to think that the whir of the machinery is actually just the disc going wee.
All right.
So yeah, you like to have it on disc, you know,
Whatever.
and the first time you made a mistake, right? You made a mistake, and then you're like, "Fuck, where did my copy of my pictures go?" So you burn a new DVD, and then the library calls you. They're like, "Hey, we don't know, you know, what's going on," and they tell you the mistake, and you're mortified. You go down there, you would get a shower immediately. You still in a towel. You get in the car. You just go down there. You make the exchange, right? And it just
I show
happens a
up in a
lot.
towel.
Yeah, you needed to fix this right away. So,
I feel
you've
like
been doing
that's
that a lot.
all right.
You've racked up it's a fine, but it's also there's like a court fee, you've tried to like fight a fine, you took the city to court. So basically you owe them like $1,000, and this is
Ah,
gonna take care of that. So you go outside, your bottle of lotion in hand.
that's all I
You
buy.
oh yeah, that's all you buy.
Just a single bottle of lotion.
Yeah. The
All right.
single bottle of lotion rests in your right hand. You walk out, you go to the bell ringer, and you go, "Hey, man, I know you probably hear this all the time." You go, "But I put $100 bill in there,
Oh,
and
I
I
say, oh,
really," you're like, "I really need it back." The guy
oh
kind
my
of laughs.
God.
The guy laughs at you, and he goes, "I know you put $100 bill in there." He goes, "I saw it. I saw you take it out of your wallet. I saw the denomination." He goes, he kind of leans into you. He goes, "I know you're telling the truth." He says, "But nobody else does." He says, "I'll wrestle you for it
What the
right
fuck?
here, right now, in the parking lot. I'll wrestle you for it."
I have to wrestle the Salvation Army guy to get my money back?
Yeah, I guess.
No, absolutely not. Fuck off. I'm going home with my bottle of lotion. I'm not wrestling this guy.
So you say that to this guy. He kind of laughs. He goes, "We're sure going to enjoy that $100 bill, Pat."
This guy's, how does he know my name?
You stop and you think that for a second. You think about turning around, but the aching, yearning coming from that bottle of lotion makes you stop and go, some fights are just better lost. You get in the car, you speed.
Yeah,
You run a stop sign in your neighborhood that you're sure nobody ever crosses at. You skid into your parking spot. You rush upstairs, slam the door.
yeah.
You emerge 3 minutes later, red faced, sweaty, tired from the day. You you go to the you go to the like the website, right? So you were to like go to the bank, you got to deposit the money into your checking account, right? You go to the website, right? They you pay all your other bills and you're like, fuck, I have $900 of this $1,000 bill, so you make a payment, you pay the $900, right? You get on the phone, you say, hey, I just made a payment for $900. Like, I don't have anything else. Like, can you please just give me another month, or like let me figure this out, or just let me go? It's $900. They go, I made an honest mistake. I was
Yeah.
making photographs of my body and I was putting them onto a DVD that was meant for my eyes only. I made an error. People make mistakes.
Say all this to the clerk
Yeah.
or
Yeah. The person who answers the phone.
oh jeez.
They're like, okay, Mr. Dean, let me transfer you through.
Thank you. Sorry.
You get transferred to a supervisor. Supervisor picks up. He goes, this is uh Tanner Ruggs. How can I help you?
I'm sorry, Tanner.
Shrugs.
Mr. Shrugs. I guess I would explain the situation. I would say that I'm $100 short, and I would ask him for a reprieve of I give me a month, man. I'll get it to you.
And he goes, I'm sorry, sir. He goes, the government operates on its own timeline. He goes, I can put down that you paid, but this is not being paid in full when it had to be.
So what happens?
He said there will be consequences for this.
What do you mean?
He
Why'd
hangs
you put
up.
what the fuck? Oh no.
A minute later, you hear a knock at your door.
I
It's
don't have any other money that I can use
says,
right now.
no, you lost it all. Uh, in other instances of, street talk,
Really?
you win some, you lose some, so they're like, Austin police, open
Oh
up.
my God.
They open up right now. You hear him bang on the door.
You're gonna have to kick your way in. Fuck you.
They do easily. They kick their way in, and they tackle you, they arrest you, and they send you to jail.
What the
And
fuck?
yeah, because
Are
you
you
didn't cooperate at all. You didn't pay them, and then you were like, you're gonna have to kick the door in. So what choice did you leave
well,
them?
fuck you. I paid 90% of this.
You
You
go
can't help me
to
out
the
a
Travis
little?
County, you go to the Travis County jail, and everybody you try to call, nobody answers, and
What?
you end up staying in jail. And there's a rule of Texas that if you can't reach anyone close to you within 1 year of going to jail, they just stop feeding you. And so they stop feeding you, and you slowly starve to death in a Texas jail because
What?
nobody answers the
Wait,
phone when you call.
for a year?
Yeah, 360. It's even a leap year, right? The Texas
How come
governor's
no?
like, we'll even give you the leap year day, buddy.
Why did no one answer?
366 days. I don't know.
No
Yeah,
one.
that's him. Nobody. No. And you just starved to death in a jail.
How is that legal? How is that?
It's Texas, man. You should have paid in full.
Oh
You could
man.
have wrestled that guy. Instead, you just die in jail after
I
starving
didn't
for months.
I didn't know that if I this was a jailable offense. I just thought at worst I'd have to pay like a fine.
Yeah, man. It was jailable. You went to jail and you fucking died there because nobody answered when you called for a year, a leap year.
But what did I do? I don't understand. What did I do to
You didn't
anyone?
pay the fine.
I know, but how come no one's answering the fuck whatever? Fuck this.
I don't know. Pat, I told you, I don't know. You'd have to talk to them.
Okay, I will. I'll
No, you
ask.
won't because you're fucking dead.
All right. Oh man. Gah. All right.